Do you know when the metal is immersed in seawater, the corrosion happens? This is a serious problem from a perspective of marine application manufacturer. The corrosion will cause the mild steel corrode easily, reduce the research efficiency, and also reduce its mechanical strength. Now I want to introduce my research project, anti-corrosion performance of modified polymeric coating of mild steel in tropical seawater. To overcome this problem, the objective of my project is to obtain Ellis glycine leaf core extract, determine its type and total content of chemical components, study the surface of mild steel with coating, and also determine the inhibition performance of mild steel. The role of corrosion inhibitor of metal is used to decrease and prevent the reaction of metal. The development of natural corrosion inhibitor was investigated by researchers because it can be biodegradable and do not contain toxic compound. From the study of Ellis glycine plant, the biodiesel will be produced from the plant. Also, the leaf will contain active antioxidant that might be reduce the corrosion process. Here is the experimental design of my project, starting from preparation of a specimen until the analysis of mild steel. To preparation, Ellis glycine leaf. The leaf is collected dry and green up to produce a crude extract. For mild steel, the surface will clean and polish to remove the grease. After that, we'll store in desiccator to keep away from moisture. For the crude extract of Ellis glycine leaf, the active constituent will be determined by phytochemical screening test. However, the qualitative analysis of Ellis glycine leaf also conducted to determine the content of active components. To improve anti-corrosion performance, the synthesis of zinc oxide nanoparticle from Ellis glycine extract is performed, starting from the zinc nitrate solution to form the zinc oxide nanoparticle. After that, the zinc oxide nanoparticle will mix with epoxy resin to make anti-fouling paint, and then coat on mild steel surface. Before immersion test, the weight of mild steel was recorded as inertial weight and then was immersed in seawater for 50 days. Every 10 days of immersion, the mild steel was taken out to weigh and recorded as final weight of mild steel, and then to calculate the corrosion rate of mild steel. The morphology of mild steel is conducted by scanning electron microscope to see the surface in nanoscale. Another instrumentation technique was used is electrochemical impedance spectroscopy. That instrument will give information about frequency dispersion and inhibition absorption of mild steel samples. From the result of phytochemical screening test shows that the Ellis glycine leaf contains saponin, terpenoid, flavonoid, alkaloid, phenolic, and tannin compounds. From quantitative analysis, flavonoid is the highest content compared to terpenoid, alkaloid, and saponin. From the FTIR analysis, the zinc oxide nanoparticle contains some phytochemical compounds from Ellis glycine leaf that can reduce the corrosion performance. And from the wet loss analysis of mild steel, the mild steel that containing zinc oxide nanoparticle has low corrosion rate compared to without zinc oxide nanoparticles. From the Nichols plot shows that the mild steel containing zinc oxide nanoparticle has transfer impedance properties, which means ion diffusion resistance occur on outer surface of mild steel. From the morphology analysis of mild steel, the zinc oxide nanoparticle is a flower-like irregular structure. After 50 days of immersion test, the zinc oxide nanoparticle will become smaller, which can be said that the zinc oxide will protect the mild steel surface. In conclusion, the Ellis glycine leaf contains antioxidant which can reduce the corrosion rates, and can be said that Ellis glycine leaf can be served as grain corrosion inhibitor.